We have no idea what's being said or, to what extent the talks have developed, if at all. I know only from newscasts that GM is talking with the UAW, but I haven't heard anything about Chrysler talking with UAW.
Everything's up in the air. It's all been rumors up until now. We don't know what kind of cuts we're going to have to take. They reopened this contract.
I think there's been a long time jealousy of members of the UAW. After all, they were pretty much responsible for creating the middle class here in the United States. The push seems to be to have either the higher class, the wealthy, and then those who have absolutely nothing. The middle class, like myself, people who work in here, we're being squashed out, and said that we have too much. We have enough, sometimes not. But I think it's partially based on jealousy and a lot of misconceptions about what kind of money we make. I mean, it was outrageous in the newspaper when they were saying we make $79 an hour. Oh, we wish we could. We wish we could. But that's not true.
We've gotten a bad rap by the media, by a lot of people out in the public, that we make too much money. This is one of the only jobs in the United States of America and all the world that you work 95% of the time. Okay, and working that amount of time does harm to the body in more ways than one. And we earn the money that we make here. We earned our benefits, and I think that it's appalling that the government's putting stipulations on the benefits that we have to make a concession.
Now, Wall Street and these bankers could get help, and nobody said anything about that. There was no concessions for them, but the automaker, oh no, we're really going to dog them and make an example of them.
Where's the money that they've gotten up until now? And what have they done to make it easier for people to finance new cars that they want? See, I have some friends that own sales shops, and they're saying that they're still having a hard time with somebody who's had decent credit to get a vehicle. Now, if we're going to give them all this money, why isn't it lightening the burden on the financial arm for these people to get a car, to get a vehicle?
I don't know so much that the auto workers can do it anymore, because the mistakes that have been made were not made by the automakers. They were made by the auto executives who run the companies. And unfortunately, there's no more time to play any more games.
I see, it's like everywhere I go now, I see for sale signs in front of homes. I see, a lot of, people looking, hopeless, And I know if I lose my job, I'm personally leaving the state, because there's nothing here. Outside of the auto industry, there's no other industry here that you can make a living off of, so you have to leave the state.
They were rewarded for their incompetence and for their folly. Now, the three CEOs go and ask for help, and they're ridiculed for asking for help. So I don't see any kind of fairness in this situation, and I think there's a lot of finger-pointing going on, and a lot of people not wanting to accept the responsibility for what's going on. But is it people like myself and people that are working in here? No, we didn't create this situation.